we are again with our very own tier list StuGo thingamabob, whatever you call it. So we start with our characters. As you can see, we've got Marion at number perfect equation, Pliny relatively great, the Shark Boy, I forgot their names. That's Larry, I believe it's Fred the Fish, I don't know. And we've got Chip, that's neutralized acid. Then you've got a sorting character, we've got Sarah, Mr. OK, and Francis. And a little lower we've got Dr. Lula, yes. And what's his name again? I forgot the physic's name. But alright, so let's change them because the second half of the first episode, man, this is gonna take a lot. This is gonna be a long series, isn't it? A long series. So in the last episode we've got. She's still number one. She takes action, she takes charge, she doesn't give up. Absolutely amazing. Then we've got her, which I'm thinking back to the last episode. She also has a few takes action, but I'm not sure. I guess he can go to. No, she's first. But this is relatively great. She's good there. Then poor guy, we didn't see this guy in that episode, so you stay where you are. And we've got this guy, Larry. Larry didn't do much in this episode, I believe. I mean, he did have a funny moment with butterflies that he connects with bugs, which is interesting. So I guess he can move up one place. So there. Now you've got Chip. And Chip's interesting because he is apparently ashamed or self-aware, self-conscious about his lack of strength, which is very interesting. And I'm like, come on, you guys they're your friends, tell them the truth. But so yeah, I like that character development thing. So yeah, he can also be moved right. So let's put him at number one here. Can I move? Yes. So that's great. Second, we've got Schrodinger's character. Francis. You're still doing weird things in this episode, but not as weird as the previous one, so I guess I'll move you to here. Nice. Sarah. You still like violence, don't you? You'll stay right there. You're fine right there. And then we've got Mr. OK, which only appears for a few seconds. Doesn't do much, so you'll stay right there. And then we've got Dr. Lula, I remember that he didn't give the middle schoolers food, so she was trying to teach them a lesson. Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and move you to a lot of friction. But I've got my eyes on you. And the poor guy, I'll just move him to Soren's character because we don't see him a lot. So let me just move him to Soren's character. Because no, let's put him right there. Oh, yep, let's do it. Then we go to our new characters, which are these three. We've got this guy who's pretty much all he does is steal Pliny's shoes, which is a bad thing, so we'll move you to a lot of friction, I believe. Yes. Then we've got this guy who hoards the food, but only because he's hungry, so I guess we'll put him a sorry character. Yeah, that's a great spot for him. And then we've got the tic-tac-toe monster playing with Dr. Lula, which I guess he can go there. And here we have our second character tier list thingy. Glad to see no one below a lot of friction. Great. And then we are at our episode tier list. As you can see, we've only watched one so far, which is Legitimate Summer Camp, which is Neutralized Acid right in the middle. A great pilot episode. First episode. And then we've got Dog Eat Dog. Ooh, it's thinking back to I think it's slightly better than the first episode, to be honest. Yeah, it like developed the characters a little more. It had better jokes, more storytelling. So, yep, I think slightly better than the first episode. Great job, guys. Joke tier list with currently, I believe, 11 jokes right here from episode 1. And we have like, I believe, 9 or 10 jokes from episode 2. So let's see. And by the way, jokes are subjective, so whatever maybe I see a joke which you don't, but whatever. So we got the chewing joke at the beginning of the episode. It's not really a joke actually, so I guess I'll put it. I did laugh a little, so I guess I'll put it at the front of a lot of friction, if it let me. Please let me put it right there, yes. And then we've got rolling. The characters are rolling around apparently. We got Marion with the mutant fighting for the food. Great little character development right there. Great action. So yeah, I think it's better than it's about here, I believe. If I may I, yes, no, move. Yes, right there. Neutralize asset. And then we've got a tic-tac-toe joke. Which, yes, it is quite fun, so it has to be your kind of joke, and it is mine, so starting as joke. Then we've got, oh boys, Sarah with the sword. Sarah with the sword. I'll put that by a lot of fiction. I don't really like violent stingies. Well, maybe right there. And we've got our boy Larry with the butterfly, which is actually very nice. So I'll put that right there. And then we've got a mutant stealing Pliny's shoes, which is interesting. And I'll put that probably at the front of a lot of right there. Yeah, that seems like a good place. Then we've got a lot of mutants taking out their weapons, which actually did make me laugh quite a lot, I believe. So I'll put that right there. Our second to last are the schools turning into dogs. Which, come on, how can you look at this frame and not at least a little laugh? Come on. So yeah, I cannot put it anywhere else, but it's not perfect, but it's definitely right there, relative to great. It's almost perfect. And finally, you've got the mutants and apparently Sarah in the background eating sand, which also did get a laugh out of me. So it needs to be your joke, and it is mine. And I guess with that, those are my 3 StuGo tier lists for episode 2. Actually, like more like segments 2, because there are 20 episodes and 40 segments, and I'm on segment 2. I am less than 10%. Wait, I don't care. I don't care. I like StuGo. Give me as much StuGo as possible. And with that, as always, remember that's just an obsession, a science obsession. Enjoy your break.